Hey people, Injured here, 1v1, outer reaches blue side. It's Chuzar with a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist going to infiltrate and disrupt some powerful offense and a bit of support already sneaking around. And red side, the Tenso with a force commander, very good offense, fighting in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support. Good old outer reaches, eh? I have some traumatic memories of this map back when I played 1v1s way back when it was still Games for Windows Live and True Skill and all that. Mainly the Tech Marine, and it seemed like every single bastard was Eldar, destroying me with Rangers. Fun times. The Tenso did not go for the power first, they went for the wreck point, suggesting maybe we're going to see double Tactical Marines. We'll be able to tell for sure if they node this. If they don't node it, surely they're going for double tax. If they do node it, it's maybe Devastators up. Lictor Alpha, looking for those scouts. You can flesh hook them and then hit them like 2 or 3 times and they'll die. As long as you hit the same model that you flesh hooked, of course. Oh, might be getting too close to those Tactical Marines though. Looks like they've got away with it. There's the flesh hook. Can they get on that model now? Smack, smack. Oh, only takes 2 hits. Only takes 2 hits. That's really good melee damage out the gate, the Lictor Alpha. Doesn't have a ranged weapon though, of course, which does make a big difference. And then it sneaks away. It is indeed double Tactical Marines for the Tenso. Double Termagants for Chuzar. Into Raveners, you would think, seems to be the current way of things, although having some Synapse up would be good. They are not spending any power early, so I think they are going straight into Warriors or Raveners or something. Gone are the days when players would upgrade their Termagants and Hormagaunts first. Tax grabbing that northeastern contested VP. Lictor getting too close to the force commander. Meets some bolter fire and has to flee. Off the field now. Can the Tenso push off this? Hormagaunts are where? Is that them? That's them there. They can try to bait the battle cry out. Those guys aren't close enough to benefit from it. Battle cry is off. So now they run away. Try to make him waste those special attacks. He's only hit in 1 model with them. Well dealt with there. And they still have this power noded. So they can now swarm these Tactical Marines. Meanwhile though, their Tenso, who's done well on map so far, taking the north. Bashing power with bolter fire, taking the wreck point. Termagants come to say hello. And they are getting toxin sacks. Probably doubling up, yep, now that the Warrior Brood is up. These guys are a power melee squad that leap on you. I think it's 18 DPS, isn't it? It might be different now. At some point in time, it was 18 DPS per model. Sounds about right. Power melee, not bad. Can jump on you and stuff. Disrupt you. Tactical Marines certainly don't want to fight them, even with their Kraken bolts up. But I guess it depends how much damage they can get in as the Warriors approach. Hormagaunts wiping there. And they probably won't replace them, I reckon. It's going to be straight into Raveners, I think. Look at that damage from the Warrior Brood so quickly on those Tactical Marines. They were in retreat, though. Force Commander grabbing the wreck point. Lictor Alpha sneaking around and may have to take his own wreck point here. There's some Kraken bolts. Some decent hits on the Warrior Brood there. Made them back off at least. And it's now Devastators for the Tenso. 1 gen going up. They can cover this eastern side. We got scouts with a sergeant and now shotguns as well. Ravener Brood on the way for Chuzar. Can't approach here anymore. Devastators will put a stop to that. At least until the Raveners are around with their burrow striking. This guy's now going to get spotted by the scout sergeant. So can't do that flesh hook into some attacks play to kill one of them. Pushing forward here, the Tenso. Chuzar backing off, waiting for the Raveners. Raveners are now out. Are they going to come after these fellas though? No, they want to take part in the big fight. Picking off. Force Commander being knocked over and taking a lot of damage here. He's got his power sword. Increases the bonus from Battle Cry. Also counts, of course, as a power melee weapon, which is good at fighting the Warrior Brood. Bit of damage from the Raveners and the double termagants there. Ouch. 30% more damage from the toxin sacks. Pretty amazing upgrade. There's the burrow strike. Scouts are going to die, I think. Yeah, they are. And those guys had sergeant and shotguns. That is a big loss. I think they were trying to get the grenade off, weren't they? It's double Raveners in tier 1 for Chuzar. The Tenso replaces the scouts. On the power with the flamer. Can they stop it? Here comes the Lictor Alpha. Can flesh hook the flamer model, of course. Needs to get close these days, though. Flesh hook's been nerfed so many times over the years. Does not use the flesh hook. Oh, uses it on the devs. Fair enough. They know better than me. Used it on the heavy bolter instead, and then killed him. These tactical marines are in big trouble, you know. That's a really laborious retreat, fellas. Are they going to go down? I think they're going to go down. It's going to be very close. 19 hit points. They do get away. They do get away. Blessing of Indrid there. They say you're going to wipe, you don't. Force Commander getting some smacks. Got a Warrior Brood fighting back. What are they doing? There we go. Got some hits. Just trying to create some space for the Raveners to do their thing. Really good damage from the Ravener Brood. I think they're like 19 DPS piercing, aren't they, Raveners? Double Raveners now. Used to be 22 DPS back when you had to pay for their Devourers. That was nuts. I guess you had to pay for it. Here's the second scout squad, already with sergeant and shotguns. Are you guys going to shoot them? But very close. I guess they were just going for the cat. Didn't know they were here. Shotgun blast, which seemed to only knock back one of them for some reason. Sometimes it happens like that. Some really good damage. Look at that. At that range, shotguns hurt. What is this? Tactical Marines and Ravener Brood as well. Who wins that ranged firefight? Tacs have more health. Raveners have more DPS. Probably quite even. Kraken bolts doesn't help as well, because they're not heavy infantry. Flamer on these fellas. Maybe they can catch something in cover. Nope. They catch a Warrior Brood. Kraken bolts popped. There's a battle cry as well. In fact, that might only be a battle cry. Power Sword increases it to 15% per attack, so you can get a 45% damage buff on your stuff if you're lucky and you get 3 attacks in. That's why it's so important to try and avoid those attacks when the battle cry goes off. Not always easy to do. Power bashing Raveners and Termagants. 407 to 500. Here comes the Force Commander though. There's a crippling poison. Gonna have another one of those as well. There's the second one. Okay, did not have another one. Maybe it was used already. Shotgun blast. And some bolt of fire. Uh-oh. Oh, they can't use their grenade. They don't have the energy for it. So they'll be alright, I think. The Termagants will get away, yes. Tier 2 for Chuzar. And what do you do here? I think you wait. I think you wait in tier 2 to see if a Dreadnought appears or something, or a Razorback, then you can get your Venom Brood going. Drop them in. Warrior Brood, get caught out. Kraken bolts and Power Sword and stuff. If those devs were set up there, that could have been really bad. Have they purchased something already? I wasn't paying attention. They might have. The Tenso is floating, I think. There we go, there's the tier 2. Lictor Alpha being sneaky in the northeast. Gonna go for a decap on that wreck point, are they? Maybe. Force Commander's very low. Where it is safe enough. For now. Looks like nothing was queued up. Oh, this was queued up. Adrenal Glands was queued up for the Warriors. So maybe it's Gene Stealers then for Chuzar. That might encourage a Thunderhammer play. And then you try to rush tier 3 for Carnifexes. Has the Power Sword though. Burrow Strike. Had managed to retreat in time. How much damage they took from those Raveners. So melee synapse won't affect any of this stuff. Maybe it's going to be double melee Raveners. They've done so well with their ranged weapons so far, though. It is. At least one of them. Yes, it is. Double melee Raveners with the enhanced muscle coil. Can you say Thunder Hammer? There's the Burrow Strike again. And now they've gone melee mode. Such a great buff. +1 speed, 20% health, and 33% more damage. But of course they lose their ranged weapons. Buffed up by melee synapse as well. For 40% more health. And +10 melee skill, which really helps in melee fights. Running into Debs though. And a whole bunch of stuff. A big gun line of tacks. Shotgun blast. Wow. It's a pretty amazing shotgun blast. Knocked back everything. They get away. I mean, already we have the Thunderhammer actually. Awesome anti-melee with fantastic disruption. Might be enough to deter all that stuff. Tyrant Guard on the way now for Chuzar. Can't knock that fella over. Which means Dreadnought. Dreadnoughts chew up a Tyrant Guard because of the different armor types. Chasing the Termagants here. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to keep this guy controlled when you have to throw your stuff into melee as well. If you can, you wait for him to use the battle cry and then you cripple him. Wait for the battle cry to wear off in 10 seconds, and then throw your melee stuff in. Much easier said than done though. In the middle of a fight, you have some burrowing Raveners. Another benefit of their enhanced muscle coil. Isn't this the one that stuns? Yeah, it stuns when it knocks you back as well. So you can't use stuff. Going after the devs, killing one model. Probably wasted some damage there, all of them going after a single model. But don't have control over that. They got 2 of them. Meanwhile, these tactical marines have been forgotten, I think. They're going to wipe. Yep, definitely gone now. Attacks are down. Raveners level 2, as the scary Tyranid lady told us. Lictor Alpha's level 2 as well, and it is a Dreadnought on the way for the Tenso. Venom Brood then, I think, Chuzar. I don't think they can afford to wait for tier 3 here. They got to drop Venom Brood in. Can't remember how much red that is for the Lictor Alpha to do. 407 to 367, double cap here for Chuzar. Although it is being taken back here by attacks. Can they get on the power? Can try. Raveners concentrating on that wreck point. The map looking very blue right now. Dreadnought is in. Can they deal with it, the Tyranids? Nothing on the field right now could deal with it super well. I mean, maybe you could throw in Warriors and a Tyrant Guard and get it done, maybe. But a Dreadnought will just cleave through them. They don't want to be fighting it in melee. They want to shoot it with Venom Brood. Chuzar might go tier 3 though. They're getting close. Here's that Tyrant Guard. 2,500 hit points of super heavy infantry armor and 90 of DPS heavy melee. The Dreadnought has 100 DPS and 1,200 hit points of vehicle armor. Here he goes. Oh, Vengeance rounds at close range as well. Are doing a lot of damage to Tyrant Guard. Look at the hits from the Dreadnought though. Just smacking it around. Shotgun blast. Nice grenade, I think was that actually. I think it was a grenade. I was busy watching the melee fight going on. I don't think the Tyrant Guard is going to get away. They got the Devastators though. They did get the Devastators. There's a shield wall, but it's not going to save it because of the heavy melee of the Dreadnought. Force Gunner now goes after the Warrior Brood. And then gets flesh hooked. Down goes the Tyrant Guard. You get 50 red for taking out that guy. And there's the Emperor's Fist. Oh, there it is. I believe the Emperor's Fist does like regular melee damage, which is weird. Why doesn't it do heavy melee damage when he does that Emperor's Fist thing? Not even power melee. That was a bit of a fight then. Devastator's down. Tyrant Guard down. We have another Dreadnought on the way for the Tenso. And of course the Venom Brood for Chuzar. Might need 2 Venom Brood if there's 2 Dreadnoughts. Are they both going to be melee? That's going to be really bad news for the double Ravs. Warrior Brood hasn't leveled up yet. So they're not increasing the... Does this Synapse level up as well? Usually it tells you on the tooltip if it does. I assume it does. What is this? Oh, Rippers. Coming out of the Spore, the Capillary Tower. How quick these Raveners are underground. That is scary. That is scary. Imagine them as swift movement from the Warlock. They've been spotted though by the Sergeant. He can see underground apparently. 405 to 274. More scouts on the way for the Tenso to help look after these Dreadnoughts. Venom Brood is there. Do they have the ranged Synapse? They do. Termagants like that. Do you have the teleporter, Mr. Force Commander? No. It does have Artifice alert. Might be worth getting a teleporter now that they see the Venom Brood. Oh, it's going to be an Assault Cannon. Are they both going Assault Cannon now? No, only one. One melee, one Assault Cannon. 55 piercing DPS on this thing. It's like a Tech Marine, almost 2 Tech Marines attached to its arm, shooting. It's painful. 378 to 274. Tier 3 for Chuzar. Can they get Carnifex's rolling? Got decent power income. And their power bashing. Here comes a response from the Tenso. No teleporter pack for the Force Commander. It is 40 power, isn't it? Yeah, it's quite expensive. And you paid 50 power for the Thunderhammer. So as annoying and effective as that combo is, you're paying quite a lot for it. 377 to 267 on the VPs. 110 in it. What are you getting debuffed by? Oh. Toxin Miasma. Reduce speed and damage for 5 seconds, not bad. There's the Assault Cannon Barrage, which does grenade damage, I believe. A lot of it as well, like massive, like 300 grenade DPS or something, that thing. But of course it's moving quite swiftly, so no one area sees multiple seconds of it. 377 to 245. It's another Tyrant Guard. Alrighty. I mean, it would shrug off the Assault Cannon relatively well because it's piercing damage. The Dreadnought is low. And the Devastators are gone. So maybe the Tyrant Guard will do better here. Cancelled that tier 3, of course. These Raveners still haven't leveled. Neither have the Warrior Brood. They're going straight after him again, though. Venom Brood is trying to keep pressure on. The Raveners can go after the Scouts. Scouts getting way too close and down they go. Here's more Scouts now. It's a good barrage. It's a really good barrage. Took out a Warrior Brood, which blew up and Synapse bombed the other fellas. Emperor's Fist. Bad place for the Warrior Brood to be. What are they doing? Another Synapse backlash. Gotta get out here, surely. Yeah, they have to retreat through this. Look at the Ripper Swarm tying up the Dreadnought. Force Commander trying to get the last hit on the Warrior Brood. I don't think they're going to do it though. That's the debuff from the Rippers which slowed down. 349 to 240. What was that noise? Oh, Stern Guard coming in. I thought that was a... Oh, he does have the teleporter. I thought that's what I was hearing, but he does have it. But I heard this. I heard the Stern Guard coming in. Vengeance round shooting up the gens. 340 to 240. Did the Tyrant Guard... Oh, there it is. Taking on the Force Commander. Uses a charge just to knock it off the VP. They are going to take him down. It's not bad. Not bad opening for the Tyrant Guard. Did he get a bunch of XP for that? A little bit. Not that much. Now a Ravener Brood has found the Stern Guard. They might be able to pop their and they shall know no fear thing. Nope. They no fear. They're out of there. There's some repairs. Yep, more scouts coming in again to try and get that repairs going. Do they have enough to get one of those Dreadnoughts down? They need to get one down. at least, and then he can maybe roll over Tenso a bit. Level 2 and level 2, they're both level 2. Great choice as well to get one with assault cannon and one in melee. The melee one gets in there, does the Emperor's Fist, and then the barrage goes off, and they can't avoid it. They've seen the Tyrant Guard. There's a capillary tower. As you can see, not taking a huge amount of damage from the piercing assault cannon there. Super heavy infantry armor, can shrug it off. Is it going in alone? What's going on here? Just getting close to scare them off, maybe. Venom Brood completing that cap, 266 to 236, 2-1 for Chuzar. Now's the time to go tier 3, I think, when you can. Tyrant Guard has found some Stern Guard to smack. They were switching their ammo to something. Vengeance rounds would be good against the Tyrant Guard. Maybe they were switching to Kraken to get shots on the Warrior Brood there. Holding the mid is Chuzar. Does Tenso take them up on that fight, or are they going to try and play around them here? Scouts are too busy repairing to do any capping shenanigans yet. Ravener Brood hiding underground there. Do they both have sergeants? They both have sergeants. So they can spot those Raveners. Here we go. Teleporting in for the Thunderhammer stuff. Getting straight on the Venom Brood. Did they cripple him? You need to cripple that Force Commander. They're not doing it. There we go. There it is. Does that buy time for the Venom Brood to get away? It doesn't, but now the Tyrant Guard's gone after him. Does good DPS to heroes. Level 4 Force Commander. That was another cripple, I think, but he teleports out. Venom Brood getting destroyed. Yeah, they need to deal with that teleport a little bit better. Oh, grenade on retreat. Wasn't quite perfect. And Stern Guard using the Kraken. They need to be really quick with that crippling poison, I think, so that when the Force Commander teleports in and inevitably gets one attack, hopefully you can slow him down so he doesn't get another. Oh no, the Tyrant Guard is down. It's a big blow. It's a big blow. You've got to get double Venom Brood, I think. But they're reinforcing. They're so wreck-starved right now. Maybe the Lictor Alpha being in that fight would have been super helpful as well. I mean, you can't flesh hook your Force Commander when Battle Cry is active where you can. It won't drag him. But debuffing stuff with his Toxin would be good. It's not a power melee weapon, eh? It's only 65 melee. 266 to 157. Tier 3 for the Tenso. Uh-oh, here's tons of red. Which could mean Lightning Claw Terminators, and it's basically GG for Chuzar. Maybe they could have gotten the power a bit more. Hard to say though. Gonna kick off in the mid again, is it? Scouts able to decap that wreck point. They can't fight this. They can't touch the Dreadnoughts really here. Oh, there we go. Venom Brood are in the fight. Shotgun blast though, and now a Thunderhammer, and they have to get away. They can't do anything once the Force Commander's on them. And there's no crippling poison. Boom. Big Synapse backlash. Yeah, Chuzar's in trouble. Struggling to deal with all the different things at the same time. 2 Dreadnoughts and this Force Commander, which is doing so much work. Not to mention the Scouts, of course. With those well-timed shotgun blasts. Lictor Alpha flees. Tier 3 now for the Tenso. Just need 25 power or so and about 300 wreck, and they can get Terminators in. So about a minute. And they'll be able to call them in. And now they're on the VP for a triple. The Tyrant Guards might have cost Chuzar. They didn't do enough to justify their cost, and it delayed tier 3. They could have been marching Carnifexes around now. Force Commander maybe gets away. Is there a Flesh Hook available? I guess not. 88 hit points, gets away, and Stone Guard are bashing with those Vengeance rounds. Now the map looking quite red. Chuzar needs to try and divide and conquer here. There's another Venom Brood on the way. See how it does. Force Commander can't tie both of them up unless they're right next to each other. Or can't tie both of them up anyway, but could disrupt both of them if they're close with that Thunderhammer. And even if they do avoid the Force Commander, they've got to avoid that Assault Cannon barrage as well, because that's nasty. And shotgun blasts and stuff as well. Grenades. Tough day to be a Venom Brood. 139 to 157, 1-to-1 cap. This is the second Venom Brood, I think? Yeah, second Venom Brood. Immediately get teleported on. Warrior Brood can't get their Thorax Swarm thing because they have Adrenal Glands. Mac. Can you kill him? No. Oh, there's the battle cry. Level 5 Force Commander here. Flesh Hook just shrugs it off. Look at the amount of harassment. And gets away, barely taking any damage. The decapping crew is back out. Dreadnought's just holding the mid. Both level 4? No, almost. Both level 4. Here come the Terminators, and then they're going to get Dark Age of Technology, I imagine. Assault Terminators coming in with their Thunderhammers and Storm Shields, a really good barrage. This is Tenso's game, I think. 136 to 139. The VPs are very even. It's not over, but it's looking very difficult for Chuzar. Double leveled up dreads, that Terminator for the Thunderhammer Force Commander, and now Terminators. Level 6 Force Commander now. Can you keep pressure on that VP? Map is so red. They still have their power at least, but they're not getting tier 3 anytime soon. Look at their wreck income. So much upkeep. 113 to 139. Lictor can't quite finish it, but does get a decap at least to extend the time they have to try and pull this out the bag. What do they do though? Look at that. You approach with double Venom Brood, just get destroyed. No sign of Lightning Claws though. Maybe they're expecting Carnifexes. They are getting in on the Dreadnought, but there's the barrage. You can't stop the barrage by tying it up in melee because it's an ability, not an attack. There's the Emperor's Fist as well, for good measure. So difficult. Just got to completely avoid the fights, I think. Or find a Dreadnought isolate like this. Look, they can get good damage on when they're allowed to. Some good damage there. But now the Force Commander's in town. Teleporting in. Knocked over by the Warrior Brood. Can they make him retreat and then try to go in? Okay, Force Commander's off the field. This is the time to push. It's going to be painful, but this is the time to push. Those guys need to stop chasing. Oh, don't retreat. Those Raveners were healthy. Okay, here we go. Terminators are slow. They can slow them down with Krypton Poison as well. But they're not doing it. Oh, the Lictor Alpha is slowing them down as well. Okay. Couldn't quite make it work. Got some decent damage on. There's a GG for Chuzar. It was so difficult to fight this with what they had. The Tyrant Guard purchases cost them, I think. Had a level 3 Lictor Alpha at the end. And a triumphant level 7 Force Commander. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.